Welcome to day 2 of the 10-day beginner yoga challenge. Today we have a spinal focus flow to help wake up your spine. Optional props today are 1 to 2 yoga blocks set at the top of your mat, and we'll get started today in downward facing dog. And take a few breaths to land here. Spread your fingers out wide as you press down into the palms. Generous bend in the knees as you lift your hips up and back, shifting the weight into the legs. Maintaining length in the spine, you can let the head hang heavy, maybe gaze between the heels, shake the head yes and no. Maybe taking a couple pulses, chest to thighs. 1 or 2 more breaths here. You can choose to stay here, or we'll take some modified chaturangas or spinal rolls. So as you inhale, begin to shift the weight forward, arch the spine up towards the sky like you're about to come into cat pose. Keep the core tight as you slowly lower your hips to a hover. Chest between the biceps, shoulders away from ears, lift your gaze, keep the toes tucked. On your exhale, you'll come back the way you came. Draw the belly in tight as you lengthen the hips up and back, round the spine up as you shift your weight back into that downward facing dog. About 2 or 3 more breaths here. You can continue that movement or maybe stay in the down dog. And the next time we land in that down dog, if you're not already there, we'll find a little pause. On your next inhale, we'll lift that right leg up towards the sky, find a 3-legged dog. You can bend your knee, stack your hips, find a little scorpion tail here, maybe some movement through that top leg. Eventually, we'll step the right foot between the hands. We'll find a low runner's lunge. Right foot between the hands can stay grounded or maybe hands to blocks. Back knee stays lifted unless you want to lower the back knee for modified lunge. Keep pressing into that left leg as you lengthen the crown of the head forward. We'll take a dragon twist. So left hand stays grounded, right fingers up towards the sky. And maybe the gaze follows as you lift the gaze up past the right fingertips. You can choose to stay here in the twist, or we'll take a little sweeping motion. So taking that right arm, bringing it down, swinging across the front of the body towards the top of the mat, and then reaching the right hand over towards the left side of the mat, like you're threading the needle. A few more just like that. So as you inhale, the arm opens back up. Maybe lift your gaze. As you exhale, you can sweep the arm back down, bring it across the body, fingers reaching over towards the left side. About 1 or 2 more breaths here, your own pace, if you want to continue with that sweeping motion or maybe stay in the twist. Wherever you are, eventually we'll plant both hands down towards the mat. We'll meet in a wide leg forward fold. So walk the hands over towards the left long edge of the mat, pivot the toes, and meeting in a wide leg forward fold. Feet are parallel to one another or slightly pigeon-toed, soft bend in the knees. You can add blocks underneath the hands, or maybe walk the hands forward for a wide leg down dog. About 1 or 2 more breaths here, trying to maintain length in the spine. Again, adding blocks underneath the hands if you find that you're arching your spine down to reach the mat. This time we'll walk hands underneath the shoulders if you're not already there. Then bring hands to hips. Engage the core as you inhale, lift up to standing. And then we'll reach both arms up overhead, find a 5-pointed star. Goddess pose. Pivot the heels in, toes out. As you bend your knees, sink your hips, try to keep the knees tracking over the toes. Inhale, open back up, 5-pointed star. One more time, goddess pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips. We'll find a little pause here. This time we'll bring hands to thighs. We'll take some little twists and dips. So on your exhale, we'll twist over towards the left as you dip that right shoulder down. Maybe bring the gaze over the left shoulder. As you inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist over towards the right as you dip the left shoulder down. About 2 or 3 more breaths here, your own pace. When you feel about even, we'll pause through center. Inhale, open back up, 5-pointed star, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. This time we'll pivot towards the right side, warrior two towards the front. So right toes will point towards the top edge of the mat, arms will reach out to a T. On your inhale, we'll sweep that right arm up and back, peaceful warrior. And exhale, come back to that warrior two. One more time, inhale to reverse. Exhale, warrior two. This time we'll inhale to reverse, peaceful warrior. And on your exhale, we'll windmill the hands down, frame the right foot, step it back. Chaturanga if you'd like, or skip it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If you're taking that chaturanga, we'll inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. On your exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Other side, inhale, left leg will lift. You can scorpion, bend your left leg, stacking left hip over right. Any little movement here that you'd like. When you're ready, we'll step the left foot between the hands, low runner's lunge. Plant the hands, frame the left foot, add blocks underneath if you'd like. Right knee's lifted, or you can lower for that modification. And pausing here for a breath. So as you inhale, see if you can engage the right leg, engage the spinal muscles as you lengthen the crown of the head forward. This time we'll take that twist, so right hand stays rooted down, left fingers up towards the sky, or maybe left hand to hip. Stay strong through the legs as you inhale, lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head. On your exhale, you can add that little sweeping motion if you'd like, so left arm will come across the body, reaching over towards the right side. As you inhale, open back up towards the twist, left fingers up towards the sky. About 2 or 3 more breaths here at your own pace if you want to take that sweeping motion or maybe stay in the twist. And then wherever you are, we'll release the hands to the mat. Circle the hands over towards the right, pivot the toes, we'll meet in a wide leg forward fold. Second set here, you can heel toe the feet out wider, maybe a little bit closer if you want to wake up through the hamstrings. Any variation, I'll offer a bind this time, so you can interlace the hands, maybe behind the head or behind the back. Or option to reach for opposite elbow. Soft bend in the knees, can you let the head hang heavy, maybe gently swaying side to side, or shake the head yes and no. 1 to 2 more breaths here. If you have that bind, you can release. Hands to hips, strong core, flat back. Inhale, lifts you up to standing. Expand the arms up overhead, 5-pointed star. 2 times goddess pose, bend your knees, sink your hips. One more time, inhale, open up, 5-pointed star. And exhale, goddess, bend your knees, sink your hips, cactus the arms. Inhale, open back up, 5-pointed star. And on your next breath, warrior two towards the front. So pivot the left toes towards the front edge of the mat, arms out to a T. And pausing here, can you root down into the feet, really reach through the fingertips, open up through the upper back, the chest. On your inhale, we'll take it back, reverse warrior, as you sweep that left arm up and back. On your exhale, come back, warrior two. One more time, inhale to reverse, peaceful warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Last time, inhale, reverse, peaceful warrior. And on your exhale, we'll windmill the hands down, plant the hands, frame the left foot, step it back, chaturanga, high to low plank, option to skip if you'd like. Breath into upward facing or cobra. This time, on your exhale, we'll lower the knees, send the hips back, child's pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again, inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, we'll lift up to a seat. We'll end our class here with a closing breath. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, begin to fill up through the belly, ribs, chest, sip in a little more air, hold at the top. And open mouth, let something go. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you today, and I hope to see you tomorrow for day 3.